In your old programming days, did you use sites like Stack Overflow often? Yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah. Well, sometimes, yeah.
It, yeah, it got to a point. The the more I programmed, the less I used it, which I guess makes sense. But like, especially when I started doing Unreal Engine stuff, it it rarely got to the point that I needed like my solution would be on Stack Overflow. Like my solution would be in documentation.
Yeah.
Like it was very, very rare that I would need,
Stack
yeah, that I
Overflow
would need
is
to go
like
Stack Overflow.
Stack Overflow is good when you're like you're sitting there and you're like, all right, I need to implement a I don't want to use recursion, but I do want to do it to stack. How do you do that again? And you like you find it on Stack Overflow. Like, here's how you do that with a stack. You're like, oh, cool. And then you do that. And then, but most of the times it's like, I want to do this in Unreal Engine. How do you do this? Like, what does the API look like? And then you look in the documentation for Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
Um,
Or then you might use the what is it, UDN or whatever, the
yeah.
one like the yeah, like
Uh,
it's kind of like Stack Overflow, but only for Unreal development.
Yeah, and it's like closed off, and you have like other people from Epic. I think they're opening it up now with Unreal Engine 5. But they have like staff
Oh,
from Epic that can answer questions as well. So like, because most of the times we're asking pretty specific questions about Unreal Engine
yeah,
that like nobody
yeah,
else has done, pretty much. And that's not to say like we're doing something revolutionary. That's just like kind of how it is sometimes when you're doing very specific things and we're using the
yeah.
engine in a specific way it wasn't maybe intended as. Um, so UDN is really good for that. And then you Google sometimes if it's like, how do you ray trace in Unreal Engine? Sometimes you just forget that too. Very basic things. So yeah,